I just got this camera less than a month ago, or maybe a little bit over a month now. And am I already ditching the Sony Fx6 for the RED Komodo X? Let's get into it. The Fx6 is by no means a chump to this, and I think that it's an awesome camera. However, RED just came out with the Komodo X, and I mean, well, damn. So you're watching this video and you might be getting some gas. Gear acquisition syndrome. You want the latest and greatest, and you want to see what works for you and how you can get hired and separate yourself from the competition. RED, the name has always been standard, state of the art when it comes to film school, when it comes to film productions, when it comes to even searching for jobs and people looking for cinematographers. That being said, I'm always on Upwork, Google, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, looking for clients who are also looking for creatives to tell their story. A lot of clients in film schools, the first question they ask you is this a RED or is this an RE if it's not a Sony Venice? A Sony Venice, 1 or 2, 50 grand, huge investment. RE Alexa Mini, you know, 35 to 80 grand, huge investment. But the RED Komodo and RED Komodo X are not as huge of an investment when you're considering that you're looking at an FX6 or an FX3 or an FX9. The colors and the overall image that you get out of those cameras is very unique. Also, the RED Komodo X retails for around 10 grand, which is 4,000 more dollars than what this camera goes for. And again, that's without a lens, without stabilization, and without memory. Am I gonna switch to the RED just for a certain look, colors, and other things like a global shutter that the RED camera offers? Let's do some budgeting first. In order to get the image and the workflow that you want out of your camera, you have to do a lot. Again, the body, $5,900 plus tax, $6,300. Lens, this is a Helios 44-2, literally $100. That's an anomaly that never happens. Most lenses, most cinema lenses are gonna cost you anywhere from $1,000 to, you know, $4,000. That's 10 grand right there. Memory, batteries, rig, monitor, stabilization. Tons of stuff right there, and I covered that in my last video in depth with some brands that are really associated with your kit in general, but that's not what this video is about. I really want to look at the Sony camera build out that I have. So if you're looking to buy a Sony camera or you're looking to invest into a cinema camera, I highly still recommend the Sony Fx6. However, here's some things that I would do and I'm going to do, I can't afford to do right now, to the Sony camera. Atomos, if you're watching this, hook your boy up. First up, the Atomos Ninja 5 or the Atomos 7-inch monitor, you can get 16-bit raw files out of your camera. The colors make a world of a difference, and shout out to a lot of the other creators on this platform that are putting me on to the Atomos, such as Alexandru Dawn and Kofi Yaboa out there. You guys are definitely putting me on to game. That's your monitor. Cool. Why do I want this monitor? I want more freedom to edit and to grade the footage to the colors that I want out of the Sony camera. So that's already around $7,000 into the Sony camera. Next up, a cool thing about the Sony camera that I like is that you can pre-bake the LUTs that you want into your camera. You can literally put them on a memory card and you could download them from the internet, put them on a memory card, and then just upload them to your camera. And once you upload them to your camera once, maybe if you firmware update once or twice, it might delete, but usually if you update it once, they're good to go for life. So you can see what your image is going to look like based upon the LUT that you choose. Now that you got your camera all rigged up, you're going to want an SSD card because you want to plug that directly into your Atomos Ninja 5 or 7-inch monitor and record the 16-bit RAW right into that. Because if you use a memory card, it'll fill up like this. In addition to the world standard of the RED dynamic range, you have low data rates. So it is not taking up so much data in camera or out of camera when you're recording files. So if memory is an issue or if memory will be an issue in the future for you and investing in the SSD cards consistently, I would invest into the Komodo X system. Sony Fx6 is a 4K full frame sensor that offers the frame rates of 24, 30, 60, and even 120. However, if you want to get to that 120, you need to have certain memory cards or be recording externally or be doing something in addition to what already comes with the camera. The Komodo X, on the other hand, is a 6K sensor and offers 6K at 80p and even 4K at 120p. A lot easier to get to those frame rates, and there actually is no rolling shutter because of the global shutter that the RED Komodo system offers. Remember when we talked about batteries? Yeah, the Komodo system comes with a V-mount locking kit right in camera. For the Sony FX6, that was an additional $180 to $200, and then the battery is over $100, so that's an additional $400 to $500 just for powering. So am I going to switch? No. I love my FX6, and like I said, I just got it. You don't want to fall victim to the gear acquisition syndrome. You want to be really rolling in your own lane and doing what works best for you. 10 grand is not justifiable for me right now, especially if I sell this back. I'm going to get back a little bit less in market value and then have to contribute some of my own funds to then get a camera that's just the camera. And by that, I mean just the RED Komodo X in the box, no lenses or anything like that. I do think learning the Sony camera and learning the cinematography associated with Sony is a beautiful process. The ports that it offers, the workflow that you have to go through to get the image that you want. It's clinical, it's a science, it's something that you should be doing as a creative. In my opinion, if you want to be efficient and learn each and every aspect of the creative process, the Sony, with all of its settings and all of its ways to adapt and get the image that you want, you can't beat it. Now, do I always want to keep investing in the little things to get the image that I want? For now, I have to, but in the future, no. I may pick up a Komodo X in a year, maybe two, after I've made, $100,000, $200,000 just off of the Sony FX6. Real question you should be asking yourself is not should you pick up the Sony FX6 or the Komodo X. The real question you should be asking yourself is what lenses I'm going to use on these cameras, or what systems I'm going to have in place to get the best image out of each camera. Are you going to have the Atomos Ninja 5 coming out of this, or are you going to go bare body with the Komodo X? Are you going to shoot with Cook lenses? Are you going to shoot with Tokina Vistas? Are you going to shoot with Helios 44-2, Siri lenses, DZO lenses, and so further? But thanks for watching. That's it for today's video. It's your boy Kip Jackson. Start somewhere. We all do. Peace.